Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, the high performance mentor, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show raises the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts. Holding it wide open, it's just what we do. Being a good person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Yo, most men, they aren't losing. The problem is that most men just aren't noticing the wins that they have in their life. You see, my brother, when you don't see your wins, when you don't point them out, when you don't highlight them for yourself, what ends up happening is that you literally drain your own fuel tank. Like, bro, guys think that success comes from this one big, massive fucking moment. And it doesn't build like that. It's really not like that. I used to think that too. I used to think that, yo, I'm gonna have this one thing that I'm gonna knock it out the park, this one big thing, this one big move. And then the fucked up part is that I was waiting for this one big move and I wasn't noticing the actually things that I was doing every single day that were actually moving the needle in my life. And so I was not embracing the wins. I was literally draining my fuel tank every day because I was so focused on just hitting this one big win and I didn't see all the fucking wins that was actually happening. See, real confidence, my brother, is built quietly. Real confidence isn't built on this massive win. You build the confidence day after day, one win at a time, showing up for yourself when you don't want to, when you're tired, when it's not right, when you have every fucking excuse out there to not show up, and you still do it, you still do the hard things. That is how confidence is built. And so this episode is about how wide open warriors build the momentum. This episode is about how wide open warriors stack small wins because small wins change everything, my brother. When you stack the small wins, you start building the momentum. It's like, think about it. It's like think about a snowball, right? If it's rolling downhill and it starts at the top of the hill, it's gonna be small. But as it rolls and it picks up more snow and it picks up more speed, right? By the time it gets to the bottom of the mountain, it's gonna be a huge ass ball. And even if it's not a snowball, if it's just a rock, if it's a regular ball, if you drop a bowling ball at the top of the hill, by the time it gets to the bottom of the fucking hill, that's just gonna have massive momentum. You're not gonna be able to stop it. That's the same thing here I'm trying to preach to you right here today. Wide open warriors build momentum one rep at a time, one day at a time, one uncomfortable move at a time. By doing the things that you don't want to every day, that is how you build yourself. That is how you raise your confidence. That is how you start feeling powerful. That is how you become the man who you want to become by doing the things that you don't want to do every day. And I know that sounds like weird, right? Like, how the fuck do I become the man that I want to become by doing the things that I don't want to do? And that is the truth. That is how I literally have been able to transform who I am, how I roll, what I do. Like, when I first started down this journey, dog, I didn't want to fucking meditate every day. I didn't want to fucking write my thoughts down every day. I didn't want to sit down and pray every day. I didn't want to damn sure sit down and read the Bible every day. I don't want to fucking go and have proper nutrition and eat healthy and go and work out and all this. Like, bro, that shit was like, I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, how is that gonna help me fucking do the things I want to do in life? And then everywhere I was studying, everyone who was doing things at a higher level, everyone who had way more money than I was, everyone who was living a better life than I was doing these things. And then I looked at everyone who was like who I didn't want a life that they had, who was probably living around what I was doing, who was fucking like didn't have the things that I aspired to have, actually the things that I didn't want to have, the person that I didn't want to be, the man that I didn't want to become, was all the fucking living comfortable, fucking eating whatever, not having proper nutrition, not taking care of their mind, not taking care of their body, not taking care of their relationships, not taking care of your career, not having passions to make you feel alive. But it's all when you start stacking those small wins day after day after day after day, and when you start feeling fucking on fire. Like, bro, literally, I've had a long ass fucking week. It's Saturday. I'm here recording these 3 podcast episodes. It's actually the third one for today, right? And I've had a long ass week. And actually, the truth of the matter is that my week is far from done. Like today is Saturday, I'm gonna fucking finish this, then I'm gonna edit it, then I'm gonna upload it, right? And that's my work. Then I gotta go to the gym. Then I don't gotta go. I get to go to the gym. You see that little shift right there? Those are little words. Those are little tactics that I've been using to shift my mindset and how I operate and how I show up that have me feeling on fucking fire, dog. And so back to this thing, had a long ass fucking week, right? And so today is Saturday, I'm working today. Tomorrow I actually have to work too. Tomorrow I'm gonna go tune a car up in mid-Florida. And so I gotta drive far, I gotta tune the car, and I gotta drive back down. And then I gotta go, then Monday, long ass fucking week, another fucking week. And so I've actually been working, by the time I'm gonna be done next Friday, I'm gonna be probably working, not probably, I will have worked 3 weeks in a row without a day off. And that's wild, right? I'm like, whoa, how the fuck am I finding the energy or the drive or the commitment, I should say, to show up and do the things that I'm still doing, because I'm still taking care of my mind, I'm still taking care of my body, I'm still taking care of my relationships, I'm still taking care of business and my career, I'm still taking care of my passions, I'm still taking care of my relationship, showing up for my wife. Like it's easy to say that nothing is working. It's easy to say that I have a stressful ass life. It's easy to say, oh my God, you're not gonna have a day off in like 3 weeks, right? It's easy to say that, oh, you're really not progressing. But because when you say that you're not progressing, you start looking at the things that you're not progressing at. And then you start realizing that, oh shit, the progress felt invisible. But if you pivot that, if you switch your mindset on that, if you switch your perspective on that, and you actually start looking closer into what you're doing, you start actually picking the things that have been helping you, and looking for the things that actually you've been showing up for and that you've been doing despite being hard, despite you not having a day off, despite you wanting to fucking like all this shit, you start seeing the wins. Like, yo, I've been training every day. I've been showing up every day. I've been fucking doing the damn thing every day. I've been still waking up at 3:45 every day, no matter how fucking tired I am, to fucking show up and take care of business. Like, these are all things that I used to avoid. And nothing like dramatic has really happened, but everything has changed for me because of the way that I'm looking at my life. It's like you don't win a race in 1 lap. You win a race by stacking the clean laps, by having no mistakes, by having no hero moves, by being consistent, by having good throttle input, right? Like it all stacks up. You have to be able to stack the small wins in order to get the big fucking win. And so this is what we're talking about here. Momentum is not built. Momentum is built. It's not discovered. Like no one stumbles up into momentum. They literally manufacture it. You have to stack the small wins in order to fucking grab the massive wins. It's like, bro, and I know that it's like, oh my God, I've heard this before, and like, everyone talks about it and all that shit. Yeah, focus on the small ones, be on the gratitude. But you really, dog, if you want to perform at a high level for a long fucking time, things are gonna be hard. Things are gonna be challenging. You're not gonna want to show up. You're gonna want to give up. You're like so many times you're gonna want to not feel like doing it. And if you focus on how hard it is, on how much shit you have, on how much stress you have, on how much, all the things that you have to do, it's just gonna feel way worse for you, and you're probably gonna fucking give up. But if you switch your focus and you look at the things that you're actually doing, and you start proving to your mind the wins that you've been stacking, you start finding power in that shit. Like you trained when you didn't feel like it. You chose water over soda. You woke up on time. You finished that task instead of avoiding it. You kept your fucking word. Bro, look for the wins. They're out there. I promise you that you've been stacking them. The problem is that our minds is trained to look at the fucking negative. And when you look at the negative, the whole perspective goes into negative mode. And when you focus on the positive, when you highlight to your mind how you've been doing it, and it's wild to me because it's so easy to fucking find the negative shit. You actually have to be intentional, and sometimes it's difficult to look for the positive things, for the things that are going well in your life, in order to create more positive momentum, more positive outlook, more positive movement. And it's wild. I guess this is how we're fucking programmed to see all the bad shit, to see all the negative. It so fucking pops up so fucking easy. This is why it's important for you to do this for yourself, because it ain't gonna be easy. Life is not fucking, it's not the rainbows and butterflies. It takes grit, it takes perseverance, it takes fucking going in when you don't fucking want to, in order to build a better life for you and your family. Like momentum, it doesn't start loud, it starts quiet. And then it goes building and building and building and building and building. And before you know it, you're like, oh the fuck, I'm feeling fucking dangerous. I'm feeling fucking savage. But the small wins creates the proof. If you don't stack those small wins and prove to your mind that you've actually doing the fucking thing, you will never create the proof. And the proof, once you create the proof creates the belief. And then the belief creates the confidence. So many of us, and I was guilty, I would think that, oh my God, I need to have the belief, and then I'm gonna feel confident, and then I'm gonna believe, and then when I could believe it, then I'm gonna actually do it. But no, it doesn't work like that. You have to actually do it before you have the belief system. You create the belief system by doing it. You create the confidence by creating the belief system, and you create the belief system by actually doing it before you actually believe that you can fucking do it. Like, what you look for multiplies, my brother. Your brain is literally a confirmation machine. You look for failure, you're going to find failure everywhere. You look for frustration, you're going to find frustration everywhere in your life. But if you look for wins, suddenly you're fucking winning. You look for the things that are going good in your life. Doesn't matter how fucked up everything else is. Bro, things could be like, bro, right now things are fucking tough. And I can sit there and focus on all the frustration and all the things that are going bad and then things just start getting chaotic. It's feeling cloudy, and I don't want to like show up. I don't want to like. But then if I start focusing on the wins, I start focusing on what I'm doing, I start focusing on the things that are going right, then suddenly the energy switches, the vibe switches, the frequency switches, and all of a sudden I start feeling powerful, and I start feeling like, yo, I've been winning. Same day, literally different lenses. Same workload, literally different energy. Same life, literally different experiences. You see, my brother, when you start counting the wins, your nervous system, it calms down. And then your confidence, it starts turning back on. When you start counting the wins, your nervous system calms down and your confidence, it starts turning back on. But you have to stack the wins. You have to show up. You have to be willing to put in the work. Small wins are the fuel. Big wins are just the byproduct. Everyone thinks like, bro, I used to think the same way. I'm just gonna get this big win. I'm gonna get this big win, but I didn't want to do the work. I didn't want to stack the small wins. And then I wonder, why the fuck am I not getting the big wins? Because I wasn't willing to do the work, because I wasn't willing to stack those small things that added up to the big fucking thing. Big wins don't create belief. Belief creates the wins. Training consistently, it literally leads to you feeling confident. Daily discipline, it leads to having clarity in your business. Small leadership moments leads you to have a stronger marriage. Because you can't lead as a man, as an individual, as the leader of your household, if you can't even fucking like count on yourself. If you don't have the belief system that you know that you could show up when it gets hard. And how do you create that? By actually showing up and doing the thing that you don't want to fucking do. Bro, it's like when I talk about this whole 1,000-day journey that I've been going on, and today's day 574, but by the time you actually listen to this episode, it'll be 589 or something like that, because I'm usually about 2 weeks ahead. Dog, like, when I first started on this journey, and I was like, oh, there's 1,000 days, bro. That's fucking impossible. That's wild, bro. Fuck it. I'm just gonna focus on the first 10 days. And then when 10 days pass, I'm just gonna focus on the next 50 days. And when the 50 days pass, I'm just gonna focus on the next 100 days. And when 100 days pass, I started again. I'm gonna focus on 150 and then 200. And then when I focus on 200, then 250, then 300. Then, I took it 50 days at a time. And sometimes it got hard. I broke it down 25 days at a time. And it felt like I couldn't go on anymore. I broke it down to just this week. And I just kept going and I just kept showing up. And then when I talked to other people, like, oh, you're fucking nuts. You're crazy, this and that. And I was like, yo, you know what's fucking crazy? Like, accepting the life that you have and not wanting to get better. Bro, and I'm only like, I'm about like I said, 574. By the time you read this, almost 590. I'm about to hit 600. Like, yo, and I feel on fucking fire. Past halfway, and I already feel like a way different man because I'm showing up every single day, because every day I pull out my phone and I knock out that non-negotiable. I knock out those tasks. I fucking prove to myself that I'm fucking showing up when I don't want to. And that right there, stacking win after win after win and proving to my mind that I'm fucking doing the damn thing, builds me into the man who I want to become. It's like, bro, you want to have a badass quarter-mile time in your race car? That's going to take you having a clean launch from the dig. It's going to take you having some clean shifts. It's going to take you fucking having a good pass. You can't be spinning your wheels. If you spin your wheels, bam, the time slip already went to trash. Well, same thing with your life. You can't let your ego get the best of you. If you let your ego get the best of you, then you already have no traction. If you're not willing to put in the work, then you already have no traction. If you're not willing to do the uncomfortable things, then when life gets hard, and it will get hard, then you will fucking give up. And so my question for you, my brothers, as we wrap up this episode, is what wins have you been ignoring because they didn't look big enough for you? Think about it. We all have them in our lives. They're all there, dog. What wins have you been ignoring because they don't look like the big win that you really want? And my challenge for you, dog, is over this next week, I want you to write down 3 wins that you're doing every single day. It doesn't matter how small they are. It doesn't matter like what they are. What it matters is that you're proving to your mind that you are doing something every day that you look at it as a win. Especially when the day feels heavy, especially when things are going chaotic, especially when you feel like giving up, and you still show up and you do the damn thing, you prove to your mind that you're doing the damn thing, that is when it's more important. That is when it becomes the thing that helps you go into the next day. That is when it helps you feel on fire by doing it when you don't want to do it. And you prove to your mind that you still did it, that I still stacked this win. You start fucking being powerful. You see, dog, momentum doesn't care how small the win is. Momentum, it only cares that you noticed it. And this is why I'm telling you to prove to your mind that you're actually stacking the wins. Like you don't need another breakthrough. You don't need this huge breakthrough. You don't need this fucking massive thing to happen in your life. What you need, my brother, is more awareness. So stack those wins and let the momentum do the fucking rest. Yo, I'm slamming the checkered flag deep into the ground, claiming victory for every single wide open warrior that's out there. My brother, this is your wake-up call. Break the fucking chains, step out of the average, and become that badass motherfucker that you were born to be. This Live Wide Open movement isn't just a podcast. This is a mission that God has stamped in my heart, and helping you rise is the purpose I live for. So lock this shit in, hit that subscribe button so you never miss another episode. And if today's message, it lit that fire in your chest, and don't you dare keep this shit to yourself. Fuel another brother. Send this to another motorhead. Send this to another gearhead. Send this to another warrior who's hungry for more. Because the truth of the matter is that building a better life for your family is non-negotiable. You got people who are depending on you. You got a legacy to create. And those excuses that they keep showing up into your mind, my brother, they'll never feed the fucking table. So it's time to get up. It's time to lock in. And it's time to get the fucking work, dog. This is your moment. This is your mission. This is your movement. And wide open is the fucking way. Let's go.